Welcome friends. Today we are going to see about vibrational spectroscopy, that is infrared spectroscopy. Previously we studied about the microwave spectroscopy, and we know that in microwave spectroscopy, when the radiations from microwave region absorbed by the molecule, then there is a transition between rotational energy levels and the spectra obtained is rotational spectra or microwave spectra. Now here the spectroscopy is a vibrational spectroscopy. Again, this vibrational spectroscopy also helpful in the elucidation of the structure of the molecule. And when the radiations from 800 to 100 nanometer absorbed by the molecule, and this region is IR region, when such radiations are absorbed, then there is a transition from lower vibrational energy level to higher vibrational energy level. Okay, to higher vibrational energy level. Okay, and during this, what happens? Due to absorption of this infrared region by the sample, and when we can say that there is a transition from lower vibrational energy level to higher energy level. Now during this, what happens? This causes there is a oscillation in the covalent bonds of that molecule or that sample, and in this way the oscillation frequency of the covalent bond, and from that we are able to know about the force constant, and that force constant is K, and it will be 4 pi square omega bar of oscillation square into C square into mu, where mu is reduced mass, C is velocity of light, omega bar of oscillation is the wave number in terms of this bar. Oscillation frequency is omega. This omega of oscillation is a frequency. Now it will be equals to omega bar of oscillation into C. Okay, here this is 4 pi omega square mu, and then it will becomes force constant K equals to 4 pi square omega bar of oscillation square C square into mu. In this way, by knowing the vibrational frequency, we are able to calculate the force constant. This is vibrational frequency in terms of wave number. Okay, this is known to you, all of these are known to you, then you are able to calculate the force constant. In this way, this vibrational spectroscopy is very important in the determination of the structure, by knowing the vibrational frequency of covalent bond and also by knowing the force constant. Are you getting clear? समझ में आ रहा है? वाइब्रेशनल फ्रीक्वेंसी में 800 to 800 नैनोमीटर के रेंज का इंफ्रारेड रीजन से मिलने वाले आईआर रेडिएशंस मॉलिक्यूल और सैंपल एब्जॉर्ब करता है, और लोअर वाइब्रेशनल एनर्जी लेवल सी, यू नो दिस फ्रीक्वेंसी E of vibrational is nothing but V plus half into H omega of oscillation. Okay, this is the derivation for energy of vibration, and here this V is vibrational quantum number. What is it? Vibrational quantum number. Okay, in this way, there is a vibration of a covalent bond and you will get a vibrational oscillating frequency in terms of wave number. Then from that you are able to know about the force constant, and this is very useful to determine the structure of the sample. Now further see which molecules shows the IR spectra, means what are the essential conditions that samples should have in order to give IR spectra. Okay, means see the conditions for IR spectroscopy or vibrational spectroscopy. Which sample gives the IR spectra and why? Okay, now you know in IR spectroscopy 800 to 800 nanometers radiations from IR region are absorbed by molecule, and if there will be change in the dipole moment, then and then such a molecule gives the IR spectra. Okay, most important condition is that in order to obey the IR spectroscopy or in order to follow the IR spectra or in order to say the molecule is said to be IR active, what we can say IR active. What is the most important condition? That there should be change in dipole moment of molecule, then and then such a molecule are known as IR active molecule. Now what are the examples of these IR active molecule? Now first example, that heteronuclear diatomic molecule like HCl. This molecule is IR active. Why? Because when it absorbs the radiations from IR region, then there will be change in the dipole moment. That's why this IR is given by HCl, HF. All the heteronuclear diatomic molecules like HO, carbon monoxide, CO, HF, HI, HCl. Okay, all these molecules are heteronuclear diatomic molecules and there will be change in the dipole moment. That's why these are the IR active. Now next question is that which molecules cannot give the IR spectra? Such a molecules are known as IR inactive molecule. Means the molecules which cannot give the IR spectra, means though we allow to fall the regions, radiations from IR region on the molecule, that molecule absorb, but if there is no change in the dipole moment, then such a molecules can't give the IR spectra. Okay, now here if we take the homonuclear diatomic molecule like H2, this is homonuclear diatomic molecule. When such a molecule absorbs the IR region radiation, there will be no change in the dipole moment. That's why these homonuclear diatomic molecules like H2, Cl2 and F2, N2, all these molecules cannot give the IR spectra. These molecules are known as IR inactive because there is no change in the dipole moment, though they absorb the regions from 100 to 800 nanometers. Getting it? अभी अपन ने देखा IR स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी में जब 100 to 800 नैनोमीटर्स IR रीजन से रेडिएशन सैंपल एब्जॉर्ब करेगा, these will be absorbed by the molecules and there will be a frequency of that covalent bond of the molecule, and when this frequency in terms of wave number is determined, then from that we are able to know about the force constant. Force constant is K equals to 4 pi square omega bar square of oscillation into C square into mu, and if you know frequency of oscillation, you know the force constant, it is very easy to illustrate the structure of molecule. Okay, now this is about the IR spectroscopy introductory part. But which molecule gives IR spectra? The molecule after absorption of radiations from the infrared region, there will be change in the dipole moment. Then and then such molecules are IR active. IR active, HCl, HF, HBr, all these molecules or CO, heteronuclear diatomic molecules, there will be change in the dipole moment. They are IR active. Now what are the IR inactive? Though the molecule absorb, but there will be no change. There will be no vibrational change, or no, there is a transition of molecule from lower vibrational energy to upper energy level. This is because why? Because these molecules when absorb radiations, but there is no spectra, IR spectra. The reason is that these molecules are due to the they are homonuclear diatomic, and that's why there is no change in the dipole moment, and that's why they are unable to give the IR spectra. Okay, अपने को इस पे क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं, या थोड़ा बेसिक फंडामेंटल भी पता होना चाहिए कि आयर स्पेक्ट्रोस्कोपी में सैंपल जब डाइपोल मोमेंट चेंज करेगा ड्यू टू एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ दिस रेडिएशन, देन सच मॉलिक्यूल्स आर आयर एक्टिव. 100 to 800 नैनोमीटर से आयर रीजन के रेडिएशंस जब मॉलिक्यूल एब्जॉर्ब करेगा, देन वाइब्रेशनल energy E of vibration will be changed. What is the formula? E of vibration equals to V plus half into H omega bar of oscillation, where V is the vibrational quantum number. You know, in previous we come to know there are main energy levels. In the main energy level, vibrational energy levels are there. In vibrational energy level, there are rotational energy levels are there. Okay, now when there is a transition from lower vibrational energy level to upper vibrational energy level, then it gives the vibrational spectra, and it is due to the absorption of IR radiations by the covalent bonds. There is a vibrational frequency, from that we are able to find out the force constant, and it is very important to illustrate the structure. Getting it? Now later on we come to know about the IR active. When there is a change in the dipole moment, then such molecules are IR active. Examples: heteronuclear diatomic molecule HF, HCl, HBr. Now IR inactive, the molecules which cannot use the IR spectra, because these molecules are homonuclear diatomic. There is no change in the dipole moment, though they absorb the radiation. Okay, now in this way, this is about the IR spectroscopy.